Me this opportunity to contribute to this important issue. Mr. Speaker, before I make any contribution to the matter at hand, I would wish first of all to make something very clear here. The leader of majority is actually misleading the whole debate that is supposed to be discussed this morning by telling us that the holder of this position must be having a doctorate. Surely, we know very well the predecessor of Margaret Nyakango did not have a doctorate. Does it mean? Oh yes, it is in the hazard, it is on record. He said it, it is on record.
Just to clarify that so that we do not raise it, what Honorable Leader of Majority said is that among other qualifications, she's a holder of a doctorate degree. So really that was not a major issue. I think the best is for you to save your time by canvassing your position.
Thank you. And also, there is another point that he raised, which I think is still in quotations. To say that there is a community that went and sat down under trees to negotiate for this position surely is an insult to whatever committee he was referring to. Because we know very well that public office holders are being given those positions on merit of the qualifications they hold. So insinuating that there are some communities who sat under the tree surely does not augur well to the contribution that is supposed to be made. All the same, Mr. Speaker, I want to say, I like to say that
Mr. Speaker, what before this House is a report of the Finance and Planning Committee on the vetting and approval of Dr. Margaret, the nominee for Controller of Budget. I have never seen in 13 years as a member of Parliament a member standing to discuss the speech of another member. If it was because I spoke in English and you did not understand it, the standing orders has provided now you can speak in Swahili, I will get you. What I have said, you have the report, read the report, make your contribution. If I said there are people who say, I did not mention your community, I did not mention your name, and the one in this House where you have got free conscience, free thought, free speech. So you talk to the report before the House. Leave alone one Honorable Duale. I'm not your constituency.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I hope the time that Mr. Duale is using is not counted on what I'm supposed to use. But I want the majority leader to understand that the language I'm speaking right now is English, not Somali, not Kiswahili, or any other language. If he needs to be translated too into Somali, I think we have some who can do that. But let me go straight to the debate that is in the House. Let me go to my contribution, Mr. Speaker. That one, I'm one person who respects women very much. I have a wife and a daughter. I have a mother who is alive. And also, I'm one person who really understands what the Constitution directs us. The appointment of Dr. Margaret Nyakango, I'm sure there are quite a number of issues that were looked at, and that's why they made that decision to give her the position. But this is what I would like to say: that I would wish personally to oppose the appointment on 3 grounds. One, the issue relating to age. Mr. Speaker, according to the Constitution, apart from people with the disabilities who can serve the public service, Mr. Speaker, I think you need to protect me from...
But I will also add you some 30 seconds on top of what you had, because I know... So
thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And then you finish.
So I was saying that I have 3 key reasons why I would wish to oppose this appointment. One is the element of age. We know very well, as per the Constitution, apart from people with disabilities, like my friend Sankok here, who are allowed to work for the civil service up to the age of 65 years, Dr. Margaret is at the moment 62 years. Which means, therefore, she is outside the ceiling of a public servant age to be serving. We know very well that a public servant is supposed to work, to retire at the age of 60. That